YouTube. What's going on? This preacher. Yeah, so that was the wire on the grounds that had tore up off of off the starter that I had put on. So all the thing I did was I got more wire on it so that way it won't be so tight, and another eye clip to put on the wires and stuff. Just secure it up, and then I was good to go. It took about, I don't know, about 10 minutes to do. Wasn't a biggie. Only big thing about it was that ground was hot, man. It was hot. I was at my parents' house doing it. And my dad, he had the parts in his garage, so I didn't have to pay for anything. He already had everything ready for me. So that was good though. So got the starter back on, but then I also noticed another wire under there that was kind of old too. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna get me some wire still, and then get me a couple more hooks and stuff like that. I'm just gonna get the kit from the Home Depot when I go to the Home Depot when I get off today. Today is Sunday now, though. I went home after I got the starter, and then we had to get everything ready for the little Easter egg thing. So we had to do all that particular stuff. So that was fun. So started off my week. I'm back here at this facility now, doing my little thing. It's contracted freight, man. Contracted freight. I'm blessed enough to have these contracted loads that's gonna give me stuff. Now, one of my loads is in May, the end of this month, April, will be the last month for it. The contract is over with because it only goes from September to April. So May, June, July, and August, I get those off the spot market from there. Now, with that, I still make out good. I actually make a little bit more money because the area that I pick up in, sorry y'all, if y'all can hear me, the area that I'm pick up in, that particular area right there, I actually go to Campbell Soup and get soup and stuff from Campbell Soup. And then I have another place where I go in Monroe and I pick up containers that goes to Sam Clubs, goes to Walmarts, they go to BJ's. I stopped doing the one that goes to US Foods because I went to US Foods and I was there like for 6 hours unloading, man. 6 hours I was there unloading. And that kind of like, it messes me up. So I would do the other loads that I've been doing now for I did them last year. I'm going to do them again this year. And they actually pay me pretty good doing those loads right there because those loads pay me about $2,600. And then the Walmart load, I also get on grocery carts. And I take the grocery carts down there to different Walmart stores and stuff. And those loads pay me about $3,000 to do those loads. But I picked those up actually in Virginia. So that's about 160 miles away from my drop. So then I actually could go to the outskirts of Virginia to pick that up, and I bring that back down, and that pays about $3,000. So when I talk to those brokers on Friday, all those particular stuff, they still got the same loads, those prices still the same. So I actually make more money doing those loads than I do with the other load. The problem is those loads is cherry picking. If one is done, I go get the other one. If that one's done, I go get the other one. If that one's done, I go get the other one. But I'm always able to get one of those particular loads. Okay. And my contracted freight, I like that because I get that no matter what. So every Tuesday, every Thursday, I have that load. There's a beautiful window on it. I'm able to get it, take it back on down to the house. The other loads, I got to go a little bit further with, so I'll use more time by the end of the week. Normally by Friday, after the end of my day Friday, I have about 8 hours left. I used about anywhere from 61 to 63 hours on my clock to finish my week on Fridays. But when I do those loads, I'll be pushing it at 68, 70 hours, right at 70 hours the week on those loads. So it takes a little bit more time to do those particular loads because I'm going a little bit more farther. I still can do all those loads within my 70, but I do push it on times. So if I go, no, I ain't gonna even say that. Just let me just say this: I'm on paper logs. Okay, I'm on paper logs. That's what I do. I'm on paper logs, so I can finish those loads always can finish those loads within my 70. Let me just say that, okay? But like I said, it's always pushing 68 to 70 hours though when I do those particular loads. But that's what keeps me afloat till the season come back around. So, which is good. Now, I can go and do other loads from the same shipper. All right, they have loads that goes from there to Midway, Kentucky, which is about 520 something miles away. Okay, and for that 524 miles away, I still would get that load for $2,100 to go to Midway. But then that's taking me away from being home my 5 nights a week. That's just the only thing. And there's plenty of money up in there to still get a hotel and still make plenty of money off of it. But I will still get that load to go to Midway, Kentucky. And that can actually carry me to the next time that my season down here in South Florida starts. But again, that takes me away from being home. Okay, so that means I would actually be sleeping inside of a hotel 4 nights out of the week and only be home 3 nights out of the week. So I'd rather do these other loads. It is a little bit more miles. It will bring me up to about 3,200 miles, 3,300 miles, between 32 and 3,300 miles in a week, and I also will eat up my 70 hours doing that. But then again, like I say, those 2 particular loads will pay me more money. Okay, if I do those 2 particular loads, I'll probably average about $8,500, $8,600 for it, and still be home 5 nights a week. Okay, still the same. So. But it's good to have a plan, man. It's good to have a plan. When you're going inside this business, have a plan. Work on these relationships. Work on these relationships with brokers. And some of these brokers, yes, like I said, I had to start off, at a cheaper rate. I did. I started off at a cheaper rate with all of them. Okay, but within 4 months, I got up to my rates. Now I do 2,800 miles a week for $7,300 a week. Okay, and still home 5 nights a week. Okay, so it's good. It's good. But as soon as the season ends, now I'm going from 2,800 miles to like 3,200 miles. But that extra 400, 500 miles per week, I'm also going to get like an extra $1,100 off of that as well. So it's it's pretty good. I mean, I'm good with doing 8,500 a week. Now I have done that before, right? And I didn't like it because, again, like I said, I did like 69.35 hours that I did, right? And then I was like, man, whew. Then I had to run. I had ran a little bit over 3,200 miles. I made $8,600, but I had to work for that $8,600. I still was home. Yes, I still was home 5 nights a week, still being home. I still did it, but then, you're looking at your time, and I got to drive a little bit faster than what I want to drive just to make these deliveries and actually make it home on time. I had to drive. So I had to actually go 70 miles an hour, so all the way, 70 miles an hour. I couldn't cruise at 67, 66, top speed 68. I had to do 70 miles an hour. In some instances I had to do like 72 miles. And I don't like to drive that fast because then it eats inside my profits. Okay, especially how much fuel costs now. If I run like that, my fuel would be about $2,500 a week if I run like that. Because of how much it costs. Yeah, I have a 99. From before some of y'all be like 2,500. Yeah, 2,500. I have a 1999, 500 horsepower Cummins N14, a higher torque and everything. So yeah, it burns some fuel. It does burn some fuel. I get about 72 miles per gallon. Now if I slow down to about 63, 64, I can get 78, 79. I can do that. I can get 78, 79. Right now my fuel is running me about $2,100 a week right now, and that's off between 28 and 2,900 miles a week, and it's running me about 2,100, depending on how fast I drive and things like that. 2 weeks ago it was at 1,900. Last week it was at 2,100. But then last week I was riding too. I was doing like 70 miles an hour. I really was. I was doing like 70 miles an hour all the way home. All the way home, 70 miles an hour. I had to get there because I was tired. My toe was hurt. But that's another here or another there. But oh yeah, so that's it, man. I finished fixing the starter. Still working on the contract freight. Now about to hit the spot market for 2 loads out of the week. The other 3 is still the same, so I'm just gonna be in the base area. I'm looking for a couple backhauls a week. So that's what's going on.